Minthara is supposed to be in a cell. You have some explaining to do. The guard is happy to let you pass. Minthara is rather less happy about your choice of words.
I last left Moonrise as a commander in the Absolute's army, obeying the voice of a god. I thought I had found a home and a purpose.
Now I leave as an exile. But you risked your life to rescue me. For that, I am grateful.
The artifact connects with her, pulling your minds together and showing her all that you have seen. The prism, your dream visitor, the protection that keeps you from obeying the Absolute and becoming a Lithid. She knows it all in a moment. Her mind reels, but is no longer clouded. She accepts the truth. She has no choice.
There is much we must discuss. Do you have a safe place to camp nearby? Goodbye for now. I will see you soon.
I'm afraid you missed the ship, Trousseau, but there'll be another along soon enough. We're already stacking the cargo. Nothing of note, just supplies for the battle ahead. I've already checked it twice over.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority. Tempers are rising. It's clear not everything you find is at your disposal.
You ought to be kinder, you know, to the prisoners, I mean. Any one of them could be elevated to true soul. To cause us all to her design. Your family will answer. Eventually.
A moment, true soul. You use a spoon to stir the soup, Barnabas. Forget the axe, my darling. Now, how can I help you? I've shown Barnabas a kinder way. A kinder name is only fitting. That is the gift the Absolute gave me when I stood before her. To rewrite the lives of her faithful. Make them believe there's something better. I have. It is one thing to hear her voice. Quite another to feel the power she can grant. Observe. Barnabas, sweetie, come show what a good boy you are. What would you like him to do? The prayer, I think. Barnabas struggles with civilized speech, but he's been practicing.
You feel her will surge outwards and envelop the creature, inexorable as the tide.
Soul. No, Barnabas! We talked about this.
Like a rope drawn taut beneath the blade, the connection simply snaps.
No. Barnabas, darling. No!
There's a parasite in that corpse.
All trace of restraint is gone. Barnabas has tasted blood, and wants more. To your surprise, instead of ravishing you, he grovels with a howl of pining awe.
Lord! Ah! Many died.
bad behavior caught this guard's eye. What do you have to say? They believe you, for now. But something tells you they won't be so receptive to your charms again. Something over there.
Watch your back. Should be easy.
Still breathing, despite everything.
The necromancer was experimenting on the tadpoles. But they were already imbued with Netherese magic. So where did that magic come from?
It does not compare with the comforts of home, but your camp is almost palatial in comparison to my previous accommodation. Thank you for allowing me to come here, and for bringing me back to myself. Each memory that returns to me is more disturbing than the last. The things that I did in the name of the Absolute. The things that were done to me. They broke my mind. Precisely. While our tadpoles live, and the cult have the means to control them, we will never be safe. We must eradicate them, starting with General Thorm. I mean Ketheric. My deference to him is a habit that will die hard, I fear. All that live can die. I can help you plot Ketheric's demise, but I need something from you first. Swear that you will keep me close. Until the Absolute is dead, at least.
Thank you. I knew you were different to other true souls when we met, but I could see nothing clearly. Now, thanks to the prism, the Absolute does not cloud my thoughts at all. I see that together, we can have our vengeance on those who infected us. Rest well, and keep your wits about you. Tomorrow, we go to war with the cult of the Absolute. General Thorm would have the world believe that his invulnerability is a gift from the Absolute. That is a lie, intended to impress those who flock to the cult's cause, and to strike fear in the minds of those who stand against the Absolute. I believe Thorm draws his power not from a divine source, but an arcane one. I suspect it is the very relic that Balthazar has been sent to retrieve. We must find the necromancer and claim what he seeks, or destroy it. Now, rest. We will need our strength for what lies ahead.
I do not sleep unless I wish to. Until I feel safe among this company, I shall spend my nights planning for the fights to come. Farewell.
Minthara's something of a closed book, but I suspect a heart of gold lurks beneath that stern countenance. Once she gets to know me, I'm sure she'll open up. She's just waiting for someone ready to listen. I'd be delighted, though someone else will need to watch the cookpot, of course. Wonderful. Lead on, then.
I want to be clear. Letting Minthara tag along with us was your idea, so if you wake up with a dagger to your throat, that's on you. Excuse me? I would never. But fine. Take her if you wish. Just know I'll be resting with one eye open.
Into the bench's rotted surface are strange, half-faded sigils. A magic circle of some kind, thick with darkness and decay.
A ritual circle. And a complex one at that. I've seen such a construction before in the writings of the Weave Pasha Raven, though his vision was not so tainted. The sigils are written in a curious mix of tongues. Ancient Kalashite, Netherese, something else I can't quite make out. If I'm reading it correctly, it was used in the creation of moon lanterns. It's been mostly drained, but even now contains a powerful dose of shadow weave. The discarded pixie corpses might still contain enough essence. With one of the broken lantern casements... Yes. I think I'll be able to craft one more lantern. And with a slight modification of the casting gesture, it might be able to wield the shadows instead of repelling them. Though, Mistra's eyes may be upon me. She'd forbid me dabbling with such magic. She'd want it destroyed. Wasted, arguably. Very well. Stand back, if you please.
It doesn't take much. The sigils fade, the circle's tainted magic dissolving harmlessly into the ether.
Bad for a wizard who slept through his Kalashite lessons, eh? Did you feel that? If I wasn't surrounded on all sides by the darkness of the Shadow Curse lands, I'd think it was Mystra herself brushing against my skin. Not weak, but subtle. Mystra knows it is a risk to make herself known here, however briefly. After all, this cursed place is not hers, but Shah's. Mystra came here with a purpose. She's left some tiny part of herself to watch over me, I think. A boon to help us reach the heart of the Absolute in one piece. True enough. And somehow I doubt that's an order Mystra will be willing to rescind, no matter how many times I impress her. The stakes are simply too high. Strange, though, that she would reward me for such a service now. She's hardly been forthcoming on that front since my banishment. Perhaps I'm overthinking things. A blessing's a blessing, and this one should come in most useful.
With pleasure.
If we find it, maybe we can turn it against him.
First, we have to find it. And I suspect he keeps it very, very well hidden.
All's well that ends not as bad as it could have.
Thoughts are back on the twisted Sceleritas and his honeyed words of violence.
You called for me, milady? Oh, my nauseating lady. Such rudeness is unbecoming of your august station. I come here, for I wish to bring you another powerful tithe. But I cannot grant you this prize quite yet. You must do something divinely unspeakable first. Oh, the reward will titillate your twitching urge in preparation for the rest of your inheritance to come. You will receive a royal prize for killing this pretty girl. Isabel, the cleric with the sweetest face of the moon. She is too precious to live. Why? The greatest crime of them all. Nothing at all. Oh, Master, consider the tiny mishap with the bard you had the last time we met. Your unconscious clever mind hungers for extreme violence. Who knows who you might kill next if you do not satisfy your urge. Be true to yourself, my lady.